Good morning, Tuesday morning, Garden of England. Nice morning, much milder. But this is what I'm going to talk about today is really important. And it's kind of about why we're different. The MindStore approach to the whole goal setting thing, the programming thing, there's nothing else out there that completely like what we do. For a start, if you've gone through the goal setting process over the last few weeks, whatever method you chose, through the MindStore various options, then of course what we build in is the fact that we absolutely get the truth from the Nobel Prize of 1981 that God has given us two brains, two left and right brain in the neocortex, and whilst they work together, they are extremely powerful in their own way, and we know that through our education processes that the left brain takes over, if you like, and the right brain becomes almost flaccid if it was a muscle. But we, uniquely in our goal setting approach, we use both brains, especially over that whole idea of 11 minutes to set the goals. And you know what I've always taught, if you come in courses, the initial goals you're going to get out are the left-brained ones. The logical things that you just think, well, I really, really fancy that. And actually I can figure out how that might come about. So your left brain indulges in that, and you get 4 or 5, 6 or 7 goals down relatively easily over the first few minutes. But then there's that bit where you reflect on your wheel of life and some more left-brain goals come up. And then I'm always going to say in a course, there's 4 minutes to go. And in that point is when you abandon your left brain and you have to make up the balance to make sure you've got 30. And that's when the right brain kicks in, where you get into a flow of consciousness, ideas come. You don't let your left brain interfere because you're not asking, well, how am I going to do that? Because that's not what we're going to do at that point. You're just letting, I'm going to say, source provide you with ideas, and you write them down. And we know historically now, 35 years on and more, that the people who then take those goals and work them through our process manifest them. And they love telling me when I meet them, it was totally impossible, but I manifested it. And so the whole thing about our approach is this reality that you really can't do this on your own. Your left brain cannot, under any circumstances, plan for the idea that will come 6 months from now. A Tuesday evening at 9:30, an idea comes. Or the coincidence of meeting someone, overhearing a conversation in a cafe, a bus comes by with an ad on the side of it, a magazine is lying somehow or other on the counter in the store, and it's opened at an ad, and the ad means something to you. Piece of music, you turn on the radio, the song's reflecting something. Your left brain, now you have to hear this, your left brain, you think you are, that arrogant left brain person, cannot do any of this. And for some of you it's really hard to believe that. No, you've got to let source. You've got to let your right brain, you've got to let that different level of consciousness allow it to attract, because it will, the people, places, opportunities, all the ideas you need, everything you need to achieve the most unbelievable goal that you set. All the resources are out there right now, and source is lining them up, and it's already tested you. It's already tested you. You maybe already given up. Your left brain, you see, hopeless. But your right brain, and trusting the process, and knowing that you don't need to know. This is the beauty of MindStore. You don't need to know right now how you're going to achieve the goals. How cool is that? What you got to focus on, as you know, is why do I want the goals? What are the benefits that will happen to me when I achieve this goal? And incidentally, again unique to us, what are the benefits to other human beings when I achieve the goal? I mean, it's seriously cool. And then there's the magic of the moments when you attract the so-called coincidences. And I know many of you just have wonderful stories to share there. And by the way, I've been so busy, I've not been able to get back to the interviews, but I will. There's a number of people lined up, and I'll get back to that. And obviously the first one is the 4th interview with Kathleen. Really keen to do that, but I'm really busy right now. Anyway, busy, why? Because I'm attracting people, places, opportunities, ideas, because that's how it works. But I've been tested, and so have you. So you can be an ordinary human being, just give up, get back into being a robot, fulfilling someone else's dreams, showing up for them only, but not doing anything really about the world that you want to create, the life you want to manifest. Or you get your left brain out the way, you use the tools and techniques to constantly program, to go back to see screen 3 and 4, or if you're an absolute beginner doing that new introductory course, you just go to your screen at the end of the alleyway. Now there's a clue. And by the way, the new course does have some stuff in it for people repeating that's new. I always have had to put something in for those who are repeating so they get something else. But it's not an advanced course by any means, but it's full of good stuff. And hopefully going to put the final couple of edits back up today, so those of you who are journeying through it, you won't have missed anything. So rely on your source, rely on these tools and techniques, because it all works. Just do your bit of it, do the programming, and then act when the things show up, because they surely will, and act by pre-programming their outcomes, not only for yourself but for the benefit of others. How cool are we? MindStore people, have a cracker, see ya, Ramora.